Yes, indeed, this is a floating restaurant. So let's go on board. Well, this is the first of a kind. We've got our own private cycle lane here. Here's something interesting called the Bar Hotel. But the hotel rooms are containers. Hanoi is that way. However, my second sugarcane juice of the day is this way. Well, fabulous news indeed. This one does not say no bicycles allowed. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've hit the magic 100-kilometer barrier. Good morning, Vietnam! Happy Sunday! It's Sunday, March 23. This is day 51 of my journey. Wow, I cannot believe how the time flies. Exactly 2 years ago, I did a charity walk, 1,050 kilometers from Pattaya city to Phuket in Thailand. That took me 48 days. Wow, that seemed like a really long time, that walk. But this 51 days has flown by. Quite amazing. So yes, it's day 51. I have just under 500 kilometers to Hanoi. That's my ultimate destination. That means I have 6 days to do it. I want to get there by this Friday evening. So I've got today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 6 days. That means I need to average around about 80 kilometers a day for this 6 days. So the forecast is good, weather forecast I mean. It's about 20 degrees Celsius right now. We're going to be dry all day and should be blue skies all day. So I've jettisoned the last of my raincoats. I left them in my hotel room this morning. Won't be needing them anymore because we've got dry weather forecast for this entire week. So that's looking good. I'm feeling good. It's just after 7 o'clock in the morning. Wanted to get an early start today. Feeling good, looking good, pedaling good. I'm now on the outskirts of this sleepy city of Dong Hoi, and we're officially on Highway 1 again. This highway actually goes through the middle of the city. So here we are, back to our good friend AH1. Which is going to take us pretty much all the way to Hanoi. Like I say, Hanoi is about 500 kilometers in the north. It's going to take me 6 days to get there, but 6 days of sunshine. Right now it's about 20 degrees Celsius, a high forecast of 24 today. Not bad at all. I've still got 2 t-shirts on, mainly because I don't like the bloody cold. Still on Highway 1, the road sign says 465 kilometers to Hanoi. My Google Maps says 485. So, by the time I do some extra distance, going down to a few beaches, exploring the coastline a bit more, for sure it's still going to be over 500. So I got to get pedaling, try and do probably 90 kilometers a day, just to be sure. It's now just after 8 o'clock in the morning. I've powered through 17 kilometers in my first hour this morning. How about that? And got sugarcane juice for 10,000 dong, 40 US cents. I'm still trucking along Highway 1. It's busier than ever today. I've never seen it so busy and noisy. So here's a nice view. You've got the beautiful blue skies and quite a pretty little town here, built around the lake. That's nice. All right, Hanoi, that away. Here we are with our first hill of the day. Walking, I'm almost as fast as this truck here. Look at that. Ay, ay, ay. Let's put that there. Yeah, I don't mind the occasional hill. Gives me a different form of exercise. And I do enjoy walking. Not 1,050 kilometers like I did from Pattaya to Phuket, but a little bit of walking now and then up a hill or two. It's fine. Very busy the road today. I think I mentioned that earlier. Bloody noisy as well. When you go through these small towns, everybody's honking and hooting. Jeez, like a madhouse. Well, that's a great surprise. We're at the top of that hill. And yay, we get a view of the ocean down there. Haha, that's unexpected. Very good. Just spotted this little lane off the highway. Not easy one-handed. We'll try our best. Yes, we're going down to see what the beach is like here. As I mentioned a couple of days ago, we're now about 1,400 kilometers from Vung Tau. That was the first Vietnamese coastal city that I visited. Yes, I was just saying, ever since Vung Tau, the coastal city, Vietnam, the coastline has been non-stop white sandy beach. Kind of like Australia, you know, thousands of kilometers of white sandy beach. And it's a very powdery, it's a very nice sand actually. See how powdery that is? Beautiful. Now, forgive the garbage. Nobody uses this beach by the look of it. But look how long it is. Miles to the north and about a kilometer to the south there. But it goes around that bend and further down the coast. Ah, the water looks very nice today. It doesn't have that brown look that it's had for the last week. Finally, it looks like that storm has gone, which is nice. Very, very good indeed. Yes, the water's blue, the sand is white, and look at this. I have the beach to myself. Could do some skinny dipping here. Get rid of my tan lines. I've just done a U-turn about 200 meters ago, and I'm going downwind. Hey, right him, cowboy. Yeah, because I saw this turn off here, and it has the word beer. So I thought, well, any building that has the word beer on it is worth investigating. Whoa, hey, look at this, AB beer. Look at that. So I guess that's some kind of nightclub there, restaurant possibly. Yeah, restaurant, AB restaurant. But I was more interested actually in this one down here. So let's go for a walk together. Let's go and investigate, because it looks like a floating restaurant. Yes, indeed, this is a floating restaurant. So let's go on board. It's floating on the river here. Bit muddy, the riverbed. There's our highway one there. Let's invite ourselves on board. Permission to come aboard, Captain. Yes, for a wedding or a group activity. Looks very good. Got their loud karaoke, of course. Got a nice selection of seafoods. Go say hello to the kitchen staff. Hello. All right, very good indeed. Beautiful orange plastic tree there. Christmas lights. Got some private function rooms. We'll just go over to the open window. Try not to drop my camera in the water. And that's your view downriver heading towards the ocean. Got some fishing boats over there. So well worth a stop. Well, this is the first of a kind. We've got our own private cycle lane here. Looks like a long bridge we're about to go over, so let's push off. There's nothing to hoot, mate. You see how people just hoot for the sake of it? Nothing in front of that guy. I'm totally off the road, and yet he still hoots. But the worst of the trucks, my God, I'll be off the road and they'll still honk their damn horns. All right, see how busy Highway 1 is today. And it's a Sunday, you'd think there'd be less traffic. Maybe every day is busy, no matter the day of the week. I forgot to mention a few days ago, I came across a large funeral procession, and then one by one, I saw 4 weddings that day. 4 weddings and a funeral. I thought, wow, that's a nifty title for a movie. Hope nobody's taken it yet. Well, this is very good indeed. It's now 10 o'clock in the morning. I've done 50 kilometers in 3 hours, which is probably a record average speed for me. Yeah, I've just been powering along. In terms of food, I've had no food yet today. I had one sugarcane juice. Oh, I've been looking for another sugarcane juice vendor, haven't seen any. But seeing as I've really powered it the last 3 hours, I'm treating myself to a 333 and a Revive energy drink. So there's the beer. That's what Zach, you remember Zach and his wife Jules? You sent me enough money for 6 333 beers about a month ago. Well, now I'm drinking the 6th and final one, so thank you very much. And to anyone else out there that would really like to treat me to a beer or two, yes, click on the link that says buy me a beer. My money is almost gone. Not quite sure what I'm going to do from next month after my Hash Bash event is over. I've got to find an income somehow. Anyway, that's another story for another day. In the meantime, I'm going to have a rest for 5-10 minutes, drink my 333 beer and get trucking again, because Hanoi won't wait, and Hanoi is that away. Here's something interesting called the Bar Hotel, but the hotel rooms are containers. How great is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. So there you go. It's the beauty of this trip. You just don't know what you're going to see next. Hanoi is that way. However, my second sugarcane juice of the day is this way. And it's only 10,000 dong again, which is 40 cents American. Say hello. You're a little bit shy here. You say hello. Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you. For those of you who may be concerned that I don't drink enough water on my journey, believe me, I really do. All right, I've stopped for an early lunch here. Got a selection of different Vietnamese foods. As you'll see, they have a large water container there. So often I stop at these places, I'll get a little bit of food and I get a glass of water, you see. There's my meal, tofu, vegetables, shrimp and rice. Adequate for now. We have a man-made reservoir here. I'm guessing that's to do with the power station in the distance there. Now, here's my concern. If you look at the main road going around the lake here, or the reservoir, it goes into some hills over there. There's nothing on Google Maps. Jiminy crickets, these trucks are noisy. There's nothing on Google Maps that shows a tunnel, so I'm going to go that way and hope there's not a tunnel, because here's my warning sign. Whenever the other 2 times when there was a tunnel, remember there was a road I had to come back to? Well, this is the road here going up and over the tunnel, if there is a tunnel. So I'm going to drive down there, or not drive down, I'm going to cycle down there and hopefully there is no tunnel. Well, fabulous news indeed. This one does not say no bicycles allowed. But I'm not going to risk it on the road. I'm going to go over there to the footpath and push my bicycle through. It's about half a kilometer by the looks of it. I can manage that, no problem. Much better than going up and over. Look at the height of that hill over there. I tried walking my bicycle through the tunnel. Didn't work. The footpath was too narrow with its high railing there. I have very wide handlebars on this bicycle and it wouldn't fit. So I waited a couple of minutes for a really slow truck, and then I hopped in front of it and I powered like crazy through the tunnel. It was a pretty good road surface. There was no wind and I was through there miles ahead of the truck. So that was excellent in the end. I've got my bags doubled up today, so there you go. And the new footrest, foot stand, bike stand is working very, very well. In this restaurant, they do sell beer, Saigon beer, 20,000. 10,000 for the little water. Often for this size water I pay 4,000 at the small stores. I've paid as little as 12,000 for that, so price should be 16,000 at little store, but we're at a restaurant here, so the price of 30,000, 20 and 10, that's acceptable, except the beer is not that cold. So never mind, I've got it with ice, because there's the rest of my sugarcane juice from before. Because look at the beautiful ocean here. This is what I've come to see. Because Hanoi now is 400 and something kilometers north of here. I believe this may be our last time actually seeing the ocean on this trip, because the main road here goes around the headland there and inland, and it goes inland 20 or 30 kilometers. And unless I specifically take a turning in a few days' time down to the ocean, we're going to have to say bye-bye, ocean. Thank you for being with us all the way from Pattaya Beach. If you remember on our journey, day number 1, we saw the gorgeous sunset at Pattaya Beach. So all the way from Pattaya Beach to this glorious beach here. This is magnificent, this. And look at the color of the water today. That is beautiful indeed. Very, very nice beach. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've hit the magic 100 kilometer barrier. So that's 100 kilometers I've done today in 7 hours. That's not a bad average at all. It's about 14 kilometers an hour average, by far my highest. The weather's taken a turn for the worse, because we've come inland. We're probably inland 20 kilometers now. If you look up in the sky, it's quite dark and gloomy. Feels like it's going to rain. Up on the main road, I've looked at Google Maps, looked at hotels. There's nothing for the next 50 kilometers. However, we all know there are motels. But with the weather getting worse, I've taken a shortcut road here. There's a town 3 kilometers down here, and according to my hotels app, there's a couple of cheapy hotels in the town, probably more actually. So I'm going to go down here. Hopefully they're within budget. They should be within budget, and that's where I'll stay tonight. Having done more than 100 kilometers, and with the rain, looks like it's coming. Definitely feels like it. That'll be it for today. Start nice and early again tomorrow, perhaps do another 100 kilometers tomorrow as well. Let's get to Hanoi by this Friday. Well, that was quick and easy and breezy. Took me only 5 minutes into that town to get myself a hotel room. Very, very good. I've got a nice comfortable chair there. Got a large desk, which is excellent. Got a nice comfortable bed. Pretty good bathroom. All this for 14 US dollars, 350,000 dong. So I think that's pretty good. It's only $2 over budget. And if I spend a little bit less on food and drink, then I make up for that anyway. Nice lobby. Yeah, like I say, decent hotel indeed. Got to watch out for these steep steps. Let's go down here. Let's wrap up today. So that was 100 kilometers, which is excellent, and 7 hours. How great is that? Yes, it definitely feels and looks like rain, so that was a good decision. I'm going to wake up nice and early in the morning, get on the road by 7 o'clock, try and do 100 kilometers tomorrow as well. So as you know, I'm going to leave you with, where is it? Miles of smiles.